Hey YouTube, it's your girl MaKayla, aka MaKayla Lee, and I'm back with another video. Yes sir. This video is going to be on how I achieve this look. This is going to be like my favorite braid out routine. So if you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. That'll help me out a lot. And yeah, we're going to hop right into the video. Starting off with freshly washed and deep conditioned hair, I'll leave a list of all the products that I use in this tutorial in the description box below. So next I'm going to part my hair. I chose to do a middle part for this hairstyle, but you can use any part that you would want to. You see me here like perfecting it and making it look nice and neat. Also, if you see me looking up in this tutorial, it's because I'm looking at my mirror and not my camera. Split your hair into 4 sections just so it's easier for you to maintain and work with during this whole hairstyle. So starting with your first section, you're going to split it into 2 parts. Try to make sure that the parts that you're splitting them into is somewhat proportional just so your braids will come out around the same size. So you're going to pin that first section out the way and start working on your first section. The first thing you're going to use is your leave-in conditioner. I'm using the GroYogurt leave-in conditioner from As I Am in their Long Luxe collection. Use about a quarter size amount and work that into your hair. Make sure that when you're working it into all of your strands that you do not forget your ends, especially because that's the most important part of your hair because it's the oldest. Next, you want to add in your curling cream. I'm using the Curl Enhancing Smoothie from As I Am, also from their Long and Luxe collection. You want to grab about a quarter size amount and work that into your strands. Make sure that when you're working it in, you do not neglect your ends as well. After working in that product, you're going to want to grab your favorite gel. I'm using the Eco Styler gel, the black castor oil, and flaxseed oil gel. You want to grab about a quarter size amount of the gel and place that onto your hair and work that in. I prefer to use this gel simply because when I combine it with other products, it doesn't flake up in my hair. So next you want to do the most tedious part of this entire process and detangle your hair. Make sure that once you're detangling your hair that you start from your ends and work your way up to your roots just to minimize the amount of breakage that you have. I got this detangling comb at my local beauty supply place. Once you finish detangling your hair, you want to grab your favorite hair oil. I'm using Jamaican black castor oil that I placed in a Talia Wajid oil bottle just so it's easier to apply to my hair. You want to grab about a dime size amount of the oil and place it onto your hair and work it in. Also remembering not to neglect your ends. So once you've worked in the oil and the rest of your products, you're going to want to start braiding the section. If you guys do not know how to braid and you would like me to drop a video on how to braid your hair, just leave a comment down below. Once you reach the end of your braid, you can twirl your ends around your finger just to give them that coily end and then move on to the next section. You're really just going to repeat this same process over again, starting off with your leave-in conditioner and applying that to your hair, remembering not to neglect your ends, then working in your curling cream, also remembering not to neglect your ends, adding your gel, detangling your hair, adding your oil, and then start to braid your section. So once you're done with your whole head, you should have a total of 8 braids in your head. So once you're done braiding, I recommend taking a t-shirt or a towel, preferably a t-shirt, and just squeezing out all the extra product that's left on your braids. This is just so the extra product will not be on the inside of your bonnet or your sleeping cap. So this step is optional, but I recommend taking your favorite oil or the oil that you used and just applying a generous amount to your scalp, just so your scalp can be moisturized as well. So if you want your hairstyle to be a little more stretched, go ahead and grab some bobby pins. Take your braid and just stretch it to the opposite side of your head. This is just a heatless way on how to stretch your hairstyle to give it that extra amount of length. Once you've finished pinning down all of your braids, just make sure that your bobby pins are not snagged on any of your strands, and also that your braids are not stretched so tight to where it irritates you when you're sleeping. So now I'm just gonna grab my bonnet and head to bed. This is 2 days later. I decided to wait an extra day just so I can be sure that my hair is completely dry before taking it down. I start off by removing the bobby pins that I had in my head. I can really tell that the bobby pins have helped just give me some of my extra length back. Not that much, but just a little bit. I'm not a fan of shrinkage, so I recommend using the bobby pin method if you want a heatless way to stretch your hair. So using my Jamaican black castor oil, I'm going to use about a dime size amount, I would say, and just rubbing that together and putting it on top of my hair just so I can reduce any amount of frizz that I have when I'm taking all of my hair down. And I found an extra bobby pin. So when taking my hair down, I like to clip all the other sections out of the way just so I'm a little bit more organized once I'm taking my hair down. So I'm taking a little bit of the oil, just a little bit, just placing a few drops on my fingertips and rubbing it together just so my hands will not cause frizz once I'm taking my hair down. When taking down your braids, I would recommend taking down your braids with your fingers instead of using a comb, just because once you're using a comb, especially a ragtail comb, it causes frizz once you're taking your hair down. And baby, look at that definition. Yes, ma'am. Can we talk about this definition? Can we talk about it? I don't know why I'm using my hand like I'm a real YouTuber, but I got excited. I don't know if y'all can tell or not. When you finish taking down all of your braids, your hair should look something like this. If this is the look you're going for, then go off, sis, and leave it like this, but I'm gonna start pulling my hair apart. Just to add a little bit of organization, I'm gonna pin the front part of my head out the way and start working on the back part. So once you braid out your hair, you're gonna have these 3 sections that you use to braid out your hair. Clip the other 2 out the way and start working on the first one. I would recommend adding a little extra of the oil to your hands just so you can be sure that once you're taking them down, it doesn't add any unnecessary frizz. So once you're taking them down, you want to be very careful while taking them down and pull apart the sections that pull apart themselves. I don't know if it makes sense, but since you use the gel, it's gonna kind of separate your strands, so you're really just pulling apart the strands that are actually separated. You're not pulling apart, you're not forcing any hair to be pulled apart, if that makes sense. So again, I'm taking another portion of that braid that we had, and I'm just pulling apart pieces that already, I guess, pull apart themselves. If you force your hair to pull apart, it's going to create extra frizz that you do not want. I hope you guys can visually see what I'm trying to explain. Once you're done pulling apart your strands, your hair should look something like this, all crazy and wild, but it's okay because we're gonna pick it out and fluff it out and it's gonna look great. So you're gonna take your pick and or your wide tooth comb and pick out those parts that you did when you were making your braids, just so you won't have any extra lines and unwanted parts in your head once you are wearing your hair. So you see me here fluffing out my hair. I'm just doing that so my hair frames my face a little better. You're going to continue to pick and fluff until you get your desired look. Alright guys, this is the final look. Sis lip gloss, thank you. I don't know if y'all can tell, but I'm super pleased with the way the results came out. It's so cute. So I'm gonna give you guys a side view of my hair. Super fluffy, super bouncy. Love the results. I'm gonna give you a back view as well. And yeah. If you want to switch up your look a little bit, take a few bobby pins on each side and just pin the front part of your hair back out of your way. And yeah guys, these are the final results. So of course this part is optional, but sis, if you want your edges to be laid all day, this is the edge control to get. Your edges will not flake, your edges will not turn gray, your edges will stay laid all day. I got this at my local beauty supply place. Just look at the results. Just look at them. Pow. This is the edge control to get. This is JC's Instant Control Edge and Braiding Gel. Your edges will stay laid all day. 10 out of 10 would recommend. You definitely need to get this edge control, sis. Alright y'all, so this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I hope this was able to help you guys. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.